This should explain what's happening. I've placed a transparent ping that has white, only white pixels in it. If I scale down here, I can move this over the artboard and see the pixels. But if it's on a white drawing surface or page, you can't see it. So the simplest thing to do is to get your rectangle tool and draw out a colored box. We'll make it black and then send to back. I like to use Command-Shift back bracket. Now that sends it to back, and if I look at my layer panel, I can see that I have two objects. I have the linked ping file and a black object. Now, in your case, I see that it's pretty fancy calligraphic text, and for a beginner that would be difficult to trace. But what you could do is write in Illustrator. If you select both your, before I do that, let me just explain how you could resize your artboard. You can either use the artboard tool right here and then resize the artboard to fit the artwork, which would work fine. And then I just hit A to get out of that. Or you could create a new box. Say if I wanted an artboard that fit just this circle, I could just create a box sitting on top of there, and while it's still selected, choose my artboard panel and say convert to artboard. Now I have two artboards in the file, and I would just delete the first one and just use the second artboard. Now when I click that artboard, it fills out my screen to fit that artboard, which isn't really what I want since I'm working on a larger screen, but you get the idea. Now what I was going to suggest you do is, I'm going to scale this down, okay, is take these two objects, select both of them. I just now selected them by holding the Command key to get my selection tool and selected both. You could also select them in the Layers panel. With them both selected, go to Object Rasterize, and I'm going to say I just want a grayscale rasterized image of these two elements, and I'll say 300 dpi to keep it pretty high res. Now I have an object that I could use Live Trace on, and I would actually get the line that I need. You'd get your shape. I could, because your shape is white, and you want white, you would want to knock out get rid of the black. So if I expanded this, the problem with Live Trace is you get all these points that you really don't want. That's why I would still recommend that you try to trace it with the pen tool. Another way to approach this is I'm going to pop into Photoshop, and I have this same file in Photoshop. It's a transparent ping, and it's layered. Let me see if I can bring my layers over, my panels over to the left side. And so this is the layer. I always work with transparency grid off, but we'll turn on the transparency grid just for so now you see what's transparent. If you wanted to convert your your ping to black, just open up the ping file in Photoshop and go to your layers panel and select the layer. It should come in as a layer, and make sure you click on this hide or lock transparency so that any transparent pixels will remain transparent. Now I can go make black my foreground color, and I'm going to fill this current layer with black by holding Command key and clicking delete. Actually, it should be Option key for the foreground color. Now I've got a black, I've converted that to black, and you could either just save that as a JPEG, or you could save as and Command Shift S for save as and give it a new name. Save it so that you're not overriding your white ping. Hope that helps you